if you eat 7 dates in a day, you are protected from black magic and poison. So some people say Ajwal Madina, they call it Ajwal Madina. So it's very good for medicinal purpose and people love it. It's very black.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, this is Show Me the Market and my name is Abdurrahman Gaddafi Yassin. Today I've met this lady called Salwa. She's going to tell us more about all that it takes to have products that come out of dates, and you're going to enjoy the show today. Keep following. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It is nice meeting you today.
My pleasure.
I would like to understand more that it takes to have this beautiful stuff that we can see on this table today.
Lovely.
Maybe just diving into our discussion today, maybe before we tell our viewers what are on top of this table, maybe what inspired you to start this business? Date, dessert, date, desert, tomato. It depends on how you want to call it.
Thank you so much for hosting me. So my business is date desert. Most people say date desert, which works well with me because I also make products out of dates. So I make chocolates and other gourmets out of the dates. My inspiration about this business, first of all, I'm a nutrition and dietitian by profession. So it was inspired through the rise of seeing many people have diabetes mellitus. I'm sure most of us know one person or another, either our parents, relatives who have diabetes. And as we all know, this is caused by having some sugar spikes and eating too much sugar, carbohydrates and things like that. So ideally I was looking for an option that someone can have if they do not want to take sugar. In Kenya, for example, there was a time back where we had contaminated sugar. So that was my yes, mercury and very poisonous. So that's made me think, and I was like, instead of having sugar for my family, what can I have as a substitute for sugar? And that's when I started thinking about date syrup, date sugar. Yeah, so as a Muslim as well, dates are not uncommon in our households. So yeah, that gave me the idea of coming up with this business.
MashaAllah, you know, you've mentioned about the idea of trying to boycott, we can use the word boycotting sugar, maybe for the healthy purposes, and you've said you use the dates. You know, someone could have thought of using honey, because that's one thing that most people, if you're boycotting using sugar, you can substitute it by using honey. But I can see you have something here, a date sugar. Maybe what can you explain more about this date sugar, after you mentioning boycotting sugar itself? Okay.
So honey is really good as a substitute for sugar, but we know for people who have kids at home, and some people also are allergic to honey. I don't know if you have heard of anyone, but some people are allergic to honey. So, and I've not heard of anyone allergic to dates, because you know, dates is just a wholesome food, yeah? So with dates, you can give it to a newborn baby. Like even in Islam, when a child is born, what's the first thing we're recommended to give to a baby? It's dates, yeah? So I realized honey is easily accessible all over Kenya, Nairobi, but date syrup isn't and wasn't, so that was a better option for me. Yes.
To come up with date sugar.
Date sugar.
And I know my viewer back from home, this is something new that you're getting from Show Me the Market today. And I think it's high time now you look for Salwa, so that at least you can improve your healthy lifestyle by looking for things which will make your health become better each and every day. Salwa, speaking about the business itself, you know, it's not all about the quantity, it's all about the quality. Maybe how do you make sure that you give out a quality stuff and the freshness of your stuffs? Okay,
going back to many years ago, even the times of Pharaoh, dates have been there. And as we know, foods that are very rich in sugar, for example the dates, dates themselves do not need a preservative, because of the sugar concentrate. So you can just have, like, the date syrup doesn't need a preservative. Sugar content in itself is like a preservative. So that's why you find dates are very rare to go bad, unless maybe you've contaminated them with water and things like that. So date has been a wholesome food from a long time ago, the time of the Prophet. You just have to just dry it, make sure the hygiene is good. So I've not had a challenge really on having quality dates, because I source them locally, but of course, as we know, they come from the desert, hence date desert. That's how I came up with the name.
No, we understand.
So it's so easy. You just get them. I source mine locally. I get them well packaged, and most of my products are on order basis. I don't make them in the home and let them sit, apart from the date sugar, because it has a long shelf life. But the syrup actually doesn't sit. It runs out really fast.
I'll come back to that to ask which one among the products that you're making is the best selling. Then you'll tell us that. But you've mentioned something about, like, you're sourcing your dates from different people, and I can see on the table there are different types of date. We have the ones which are more black, more brown, light brown. Maybe try to explain for us and mention types of dates that are here.
Okay, there's so many different types of dates that we have around the world, but I only have a few here. So on the outer side circle, we have the Sagai dates. You can see they have a very beautiful shade. It's a bit brown here, and maybe the darker brown on the inside. Yes. They're very nice, a bit dry, but very good. And then we have the Sukari dates. They're like caramel and just melts in your mouth. Very nice. Most people enjoy it, and they call it like the royal date.
That's the best. I like that.
And then we got the Ajwa date, which is more of the medicinal. According to the Prophet ﷺ said, if you eat 7 dates in a day, you are protected from black magic and poison. So some people say Ajwa al-Madina, they call it Ajwa al-Madina. So it's very good for medicinal purpose, and people love it. It's very black, as you can see. And then I have the Mabroom date next to it, the slender and firm. And then at the middle there I have the Jewel date. They're quite large and very creamy.
Inside it?
Yes, they're very creamy. So dates generally have a lot of nutrients. I can say even close to like minerals and vitamins, like even 15. Okay. Yes, and very rich in carbohydrates, proteins, very low on fat, 0.2 to 0.5%. The sugar is like 44% to 80%.
I can see you really understand your business by mentioning the percentage of sugars and everything. We can really understand and know, like, she's doing something that she's passionate and she loves to. Speaking about the stuffs that you have on the table today, maybe which is your most selling item that comes out of Date Desert? The Date Desert. It's a business. As a company itself, the most loved is the date syrup, and let me just say the next one is the date chocolate. But date syrup is the one that's loved by most. Actually, it doesn't sit. It runs out very fast, because you can make a smoothie with it. You can pour it into your tea. You can even make like caramel, like it's just purely date, so you can go home with it. And for bakers, you can do a lot with it. You don't have to have the date, you don't have to use the normal sugar, just syrup. You can make anjera with drizzle it over your pancakes. Kids love it. You can play around with it, so most people love the date syrup. I see it. And how much do you sell one?
So the 330 grams that I have with me here today goes for 650 Kenya shillings. Yes, that's 330 grams. But I even have like 1 liter, but it goes on order basis. I can't just make so many. So I wait for the customer to make an order. So it depends with different customers. Some need larger quantities, some need in smaller quantities.
Okay, nice. Speaking about the date syrup itself and honey, I can see you have two of them here.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you can try to speak about what's the difference, what makes the difference between the two.
Okay, so ideally I did not have honey with me. I used to have the date syrup only, but I found out that some people would ask me for honey, which is also good because it's a substitute for sugar. So with me here, I have this honey from Kerio Valley, and the other one is
the dark brown
yes, the dark brown one, and then the other one is from South Hor in Kenya, and yeah, and then I have the date syrup. So honey also has medicinal benefits. So for those people who ask for honey, I make sure like I have it at hand. We're avoiding sugar at all costs.
You've mentioned where you source them, but where do you source your dates?
My dates I source them locally. Of course, they come from the desert, the desert and desert countries, because that's where they're grown in hot climates. So most of them come from Saudi, and I have others coming from Dubai, but I just source them locally from people who are also selling them around. But from different people, because you can find someone who's just selling the halas dates. The halas dates are the ones that are very common. I have them here. These ones are the halas dates. The ones that you normally get them around, this one's 350 shillings. I came up with this because you can have this in your office, you can have it in your car, you can have it around everywhere. It's easily portable, and it has like a small fork inside, so you very safe, hygienic. So yeah, and it's very good to take dates daily, because you know, even for women, it boosts your health, your bone density, very good for childbirth. You know, Maryam alayhi salam, mother of Isa, when she went to give birth, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told her? To shake the tree and dates would drop, and that's what she had when she was giving birth to Isa alayhi salam. So dates is a wholesome food, very pure and nice, from centuries ago, and it's a benefit. Every day make sure you eat dates, like you can have 7 in a day, because it's going to boost your immunity. It has a lot of minerals like selenium, which is going to boost your health, your bone density, vitamin C, vitamin E, B1, you know, all those vitamins, very good.
And maybe someone might wonder and ask himself, in case he wants to start the business, how much did it cost you to as a startup capital to start the business?
For me, I would say around 30K. I'd started with around 30K, because I started with this. This was my baby, and I would just, because many people like dates, non-Muslims, Muslims, so once you just give them this, and they're like, this goes for 350 shillings, it could run out fast, and I could get my money back to even like grow slightly and introduce new products like the date syrup, which was next.
Thank you so much, Salwa, for the explanation. And I think back from home, my viewers understand more about all it takes to have such a business, how much it costed her to start this business. It was 30,000, but maybe it was some years back. Now uchumi ya sasa, you understand, you know, you can add some more money in order for you maybe to start such business, so that at least you can move forward. I'm taking a short break. When I get right back, I'm going to discuss more about the recipes, because on the table I can see there's some beautiful dates that are being coated with some nuts, beautiful stuffs on this table, chocolates and itself. So I know even you like to know what are some of the secret ingredients and recipes. I hope Salwa will tell us. Taking a short break, we'll get right back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, welcome back. For those joining us now, this is Show Me the Market, and today the market that we're bringing to you, it's all about a date that comes from the desert. The name of the business is Date Desert, Date Dessert Tomato. You'll just understand as you get to follow and to get more. Before I took my short break, I promised that when we get right back, I'm going to ask of some of the recipes that Salwa she's using in order to entice and to make your mouth to be filled with a lot of saliva when you hear about dates and all that it comes with. There's some things here that are made with chocolates, coated with chocolates, and some are coated with nuts, and some are coated with the nazi itself. You can imagine how beautiful and yummy these stuffs are, and you can hook up with her so that at least you can get your package from her, which later she's going to tell us where we can find her and also receive each and everything that she's making. Salwa, welcome back once again.
Thank you.
Yes. Speaking about the recipe that you have, the secret things that you have that makes this table today to look beautiful, maybe what can you mention or explain about?
Okay. Well, with date dessert, we deal with date and date products.
Okay.
So aside from the date platter that we have here, which is very beautiful and goes well with occasions, cooperates in different sizes and different prices. There's a 1 kg platter, there's a 500 gram platter, and yeah, like that. So what I entrust my people and what people love from this date products is we have dates with nut butters, and I also make date chocolates. Kids love this so much. So with the date chocolate, as you can see, yeah, it's in a very nice package, and it goes for 800 baht. But what is inside is nuts and chocolates. You have to try for you to come back for another. They're really good, and kids love it. I thought of kids, the way kids love eating chocolates. So when you have it like in a date, at least they're gonna get the health benefits of it. You know, instead of just having a sugar spike and things like that. And also I have ones with sugar and some without sugar. That can be with just dark chocolates and others just with a little bit of sugar.
You can also give it out as a gift.
Yes, as a gift. Works very good.
I can see we have these. What's this?
So these are date gourmet. We have some, of course, some people don't want sugar at all, but they want something like a dessert. Date dessert, tomato. So we have some dessert here. So, but it's purely nuts and nut butters and some coconut, some healthy stuff. So you can have this pre-workout, get your date and nuts. Having 3 will boost your energy, you know. So I have this has coconut, and then this is just it's like a sneaker date, you know, the sneaker bar. Very good because it has the common nut, peanut and peanut butter, and then that has this one is from hazel. This is made of hazelnuts. So yeah, you can have it occasionally, maybe at home, or in your package.
While doing this, is there a specific date that you're using maybe to coat it with, or you can use any, like the previous ones, the way you mentioned, we have sukari, we have ajwa, So is it a must you use only these, or you can also coat it with a sukari date?
I can do it with any date.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends. Some people like it with sukari because it's more of a caramel taste. Some people like it a little bit harder, maybe with mabroom or any other type of date that's a bit, or diglet that's a bit hard. It just depends with the customer.
What's this, Salwa? You've mentioned and identified the rest, but this one looks more beautiful with the green stuffs.
Pistachio is my favorite nut, so that's date with pistachio. I love it with my coffee. Yeah, so I make it and I make it on order basis, but it's really nice.
Wow. I will try it later off camera, inshallah. You have that gift.
Oh, so this is for gift pack for occasions. I, for example, small gift packs for birthdays and events. Instead of having, you know, candies and unhealthy stuff, I have this. So you see, cutely packaged.
Sweet, eh?
Yeah, like candies. So yeah, for events I have this, and it's not very costly. I make sure that I have economy packs for all people. So this goes for like 150. Yeah, goes for 150. So in case of events and things like that.
And my next question was coming, the types of packages that you have. Have you considered maybe someone who comes from a low income staff, or maybe, in Kenya you say the Kawanjikus?
Oh, I have considered them. That's why I have this package. And also this, it's a bit affordable. It's for 350 shillings. The platters are the ones that are a bit costly because like for Adra it's very expensive. For the sukari dates, very expensive. Majul themselves, all of these dates I have here, they are premium dates, but a bit costly. So that's what we have for the high end, but also anyone can afford them. I mean, a healthy product, a very good product from the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Yeah, and anyone can have it though.
Okay, as the saying goes, cheap is expensive. So if you know.
And also I have them in sizes. For example, like the date sugar, I have the bigger 500 grams and the 250 grams. So if you find yourself wanting to give your baby only for your baby, you can take the 250 gram one.
But if you need for the whole family,
you can take the family pack.
You go higher. Yeah, maybe what are some of the challenges that you face as a businesswoman? I know there's some challenges that you face out of this business itself. Maybe which are some of the challenges that you can point out, and maybe how do you overcome them?
Okay. Some of the challenges I get is from our community, our Muslim community. Most people see date fruit as a seasonal fruit. They only have it during Ramadan. So that's when someone will call and say, can I have Ajwa, can I have this, Or maybe during Eid, that's when someone will say, can I have a platter for my Eid celebration, People see it as a seasonal fruit. And ideally, I believe that shouldn't be the case, because the Prophet ﷺ used to have dates in his household. And even, I'm sure he said that if your household does not have dates, I can't say you're poor, but I mean you're missing out on a lot of health benefits of this fruit.
Yes.
So most of our people take dates as a seasonal fruit. They only have it during Ramadan. So that could be my challenge. And another challenge is managing my customers. Because you have to pay. For example, if you order a platter, you have to pay beforehand. Like you have to pay a deposit, because I wouldn't want to make the dates and then call you later and you have traveled, And this is a product that if you make it like this, it has to be delivered. You can't put it back because of hygiene purposes and things like that. Because we are also trying, and this, I do not keep products in the house. I make them on order basis. So if I need to manage my customers, a bit of a challenge.
Is there a scenario whereby someone has ever made an order and later turned you down?
Yeah, because you have to prepare yourself. So someone calls and I need tomorrow like 6 platters and something like that, and then they call it tomorrow like, oh, I'm sorry, I traveled, and maybe you didn't have the and they're very expensive to source, so you get them and you don't have an order immediately. So those are some of the challenges.
Maybe for the some of the challenges that you mentioned, maybe what are some of the solutions that you try to come up with in order for you to make this business to move forward?
That's just like convincing a customer like, hi, you need to pay beforehand for me to be able to prepare your package. But for things like that, for like dates and date sugar that I have ready made, I don't have a problem with that. Maybe the chocolates, things like that. So paying me,
How do you promote your business? How do you market your business?
Ideally, I can say from friends, word of mouth, customers referring friends and other people. Also, I try social media like Instagram, posting when I have time.
Social media handle, at least so that.
My social media handle is date_desert.
Okay.
Yeah, date desert. So I also try go to pop-up markets. If you find me there, come get your package. but I'm planning on working on that.
Okay, speaking about that, before we wind up the show, because I'm being told that time is not on our side, maybe do you have plans to expand this business to have something greater than this?
Yes, I plan to expand on my business and make more sales. I'm targeting non-Muslims as well, because I can see they have realized the benefit of dates. From the Muslim community, is like they feel like they've been born in this data environment and it's got nothing to do with them until Ramadan. But I'm really targeting my non-Muslim friends, and yeah, because I can see they have a great zeal for these products. They want to go healthy. They're going really, really into this. So yeah, Muslims, please.
Let's support one another. Maybe another thing is, how do you connect with your customers? At least you mentioned you get some orders and everything. How do you get feedback? How do you improve when someone maybe tells you you need to improve here? How do you communicate?
Okay, I take feedback very positively, and I keep a connection with my customers. And I follow up with them and ask them how the products went through with them, did it work, and things like that. And some come back for many rounds. I have like royal customers who just come over and over and over. And if they hear I don't have this, it's really very sad. Someone might say like, oh, I can just get them easily from a certain place. But these are like my very royal customers. They'll just call die hard, yeah.
Mashallah, that's nice. Thank you so much, Salwa. And maybe the last question as we wind up the show, maybe what do you love most as being a home-based entrepreneur?
Oh, I love it so much. Oh, I do. Because, when you're having your business at home, you have the luxury. You have the luxury to just wake up and organize your time, plan your business around your time, As women, we have a lot going on in our lives. So it's very flexy. To have your business running home. You don't have to wake up, think about traffic, go here, go there. You're very flexible, I can say. Flexibility is key for me. So that's what I really enjoy. And making these beautiful things at the comfort of my time. And sometimes it gets a bit tight when you have some orders like back to back, or a number, maybe like a quite a number of orders, like for like 2 days consecutively, get tired and things like that. But I do really enjoy having it at home. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Salwa. Maybe for those who want to reach to you, maybe you can give out maybe your handles and maybe your phone number, the business phone number, so that at least they can get you.
Okay, so my handle is at Desert. You can follow me on Instagram, and it would even be easier if you just call. The phone number is 0701 477148. If you call, that would be even faster.
Is there a time limit for calling?
Oh, sure. No time. You just utapata tu ni mteja.
Okay, thank you so much, Salwa, for your time and for also introducing us to new stuffs, because personally I've never tested or tried date syrup. This is after I met you the other day.
Yes, yeah, true.
When I tried it, and I think, my dear viewer back from home, you can try this. It's so nice, so good. Health-wise, you cannot mention. It is so good. It can improve your immunity, and everything that we spoke here today, I know it has added value to you and to yourself and to your family and to everyone. I don't have much to say because I'm eager. I just want to eat. I want to test, so that at least I can explain more on my Twitters and my social media handles. You can also follow there, so that at least you know the experience of all that it takes to have such beautiful and awesome desert, depending with where you're coming from, on how you want to see it. Tomato. Till next time, this is Show Me the Market, and my name is Abdurrahman Gaddafi Yassin. Till next time, same place, same time. Assalamu alaikum.